Hello everyone, it is Patigi Kalinako Feral, and today I'm telling you a story. Very long story, dude. It wasn't weird. This story is about dead man, alive man, which will go weirdly into the story. Now you ask, why did you make this story? Well, I was just making like blind boxes for some reason. And then, I just stumbled across this video on my FYP. And then I realized, I don't want to keep making these blind boxes. These are boring. They have no story. So then I went on to make a comic called Deadman. D-word! D-word! Yeah. Now, I want to tell you the story. Yep. So, here goes the story. There's this one guy with cool eyebrows. He doesn't have a smile. No, where's smile? No, where's smile? There. And his name is, well, Scaredy. Scaredy boy. I don't know. But he has an unknown name. Well, his name is Dean. But that's not canon, so let's just spew that out of there. So, he was just watching his videos, but in then, this is a news article. The news article says, "Hey, Death is in the park." I don't know what I was doing with that. But hey, it just said Death is in the park. So yeah, and then, kababadoo, he goes to the park. With a gun, which in the original story he hasn't elaborated with, but in the updated remastered story, that no, it wasn't made today. It was made in my mom's office when I went to her office. He got it from a guy. This guy. Do you see this guy? His name is unknown, and he will not be met again until in a cancelled story, which is way later in this video. But okay. So yeah, he finds Death, which is a really weird statement because that would just sound like someone died in the park. But no, it's a name of the species called Death. Now, my comics don't have really color, but the color of Death is yellow. Not that particular yellow. This yellow. No, not that yellow. That's mustard. This yellow. Now, he shoots him, and then he gets his famous catchphrase, "I'm man." Whoa, bum bum bum. So yeah, he becomes a man. Then he just grows up this line in his head, and that doesn't elaborate. So yeah, that's just what I saw of this. Now, if you're wondering how much comics I have made, 48. Yeah, 48 in total. 48. That is a lot. That is a lot. That is a lot. So yeah, the man is like watching his favorite so with the remote again, but oh, I forgot someone thing. Okay, let's erase this. So yeah, and then so yeah, let's just go back. So man tries to get a job. But the job person is a bad guy, and then he traps man. But in then, man just simply punches him in the face, and then he just says, "Oh yeah, I'll let you go." That that is the most weird reason why you let someone get out of jail just because they punch you hard. So and then man's watching a super show. Like, oh, I love this. So and then that same guy that trapped it says, "Yo, I need your help." He said, and then man's like about to shoot him with the gun, and he said, "Bro, I really need your help." And then man's like, "Oh, okay." So yeah, they go to a quick stroll to the forest, and then they meet this guy. Dude, he's gonna go to a quick redesign. The glasses are gonna stay though, because the glasses are cool. So yeah, dude, he's like, "Hi," and then they're friends. And then they go to dude's house. Look at this, like that's a fan. And then they encounter this monster. He's gonna go to redesign too. The darkness of shadows. Bum bum bum. Now, so far, every character I made was originally from the blind from the park, except no. Yeah, so we got that guy at Carmen. And then there's Fancy Guy, which is just this guy. Death. And then Darkness of Shadow. Darkness of Shadows. So yeah. That's all the blind bag here. And they're called Dead Man Blind Bags. So then, he just gets shot by a gun, even though he's like a multi-powerful being that owns the entire empire, but we'll get to that later. He just gets shot by a gun. But now, he survives, but that's not on the topic. Now, let's go on to the next topic. The topic is, well, the next comic. So, I made a new character. The Evil Dadster. Now, he has a cool hat and a suit and a tie like his son, Guy. Now, usually, if this was new me, this would have been like a real like, "I am your father." But no, he just knows that. So yeah, Guy says, "My dad is here." Then everyone just magically knows that. What? The Evil Dadster's here? Like, yeah. So yeah. But you know where dude's been when that's happening? Oh, he's just on a cruise ship. Yeah, and then the crew, but the people that's like running. Oh yeah, and now this is comic 3 right now. And then I get now to redesign because Dead Man 3 is it's been huge. So yeah, he gets this new shirt called Cool. It just says Cool. He used to have just this, like a normal stickman body. Now he gets Cool because he's a dude now. I mean, so yeah, they don't decide to help, and then the ship crashes. Yeah, and they don't decide to help against the evil dancer. And guess who's behind it? The evil dancer. Oh no, it's him. Yeah, and he has like electric powers, but that was transferred to another character. But we'll get to him later. So yeah, and then then a bullet comes flying through him by Man, and because Man is alerted by a guy. Oh, then he gets shot, but he catches it, and then he says, "Ha ha," and then I don't know, and then they think that they got rid of this guy. They just hide and then they just get rid of this guy. But some guy returns. The darkness of shadows. Bum bum ba-dum.
Okay, thank you.
So yeah, and then the darkness of shadows captures Man in Man's basement. Man, just go. No. Okay. And then he gets captured in his basement. I don't know what happened because I forgot that. It was a long time ago. So he gets captured and he's like in chains. And then the big reveal hits. Death is related to Man. So yeah, this guy, the darkness of shadows was a whole empire of death. That's just a reverse, but don't worry about that. And like it's later revealed that there's like more death. But in that, when I was making that, there was no death, and I didn't really want to retcon, like do a whole twist and turn on why death came back. So yeah, I just made the thing that death is a species and not one time thing. So yeah, and then he gets shot again. Even though it's told you that he owns a whole empire. So but the empire wasn't their DS. So okay, and then the Man wakes up by a speaker for some reason. Wake up. And then there's another big reveal. Like another big giant reveal. The reveal is that the evil Dadster is on a plane and he captured Man. And then it's just his Dadster planes. So yeah. But Man fortunately breaks a window and flies down Sinfanatina style, and then he lands on the grass. And then his friends come for him. Okay, not the other movie. And then he comes back. Oh no. And did I forget? Did I not mention? I didn't. That the darkness of shadows makes everything dark when he comes. And yes, I mean everything. So yeah, so this is what you usually see when the darkness of shadows come. The mouse unfeatured, but I just featured the mouse for this video, so special thing. So yeah, and then they have a full fight, but the special part is where the evil Dadster tamed up the Dark Shadow. And then he crash lands into the volcano. Now, I'm saying the volcano, not a volcano, because that will come important later. So yeah, and then kaboom, he dies. Because he was promised to see, but all he could see was darkness. And then he is the deceiver. Now, I knew that word because of Transformers, so like yeah. But and then they realized they're stuck on the island. Oh, what? That is crazy. Because this island is actually owned by the evil Dadster. That's why I said the volcano, because not a volcano. Because this island is Dadster Island. So yeah, and they just have a whole caboose, and then the evil Dadster's minions that were flying on the plane jumped down to find them. I don't really remember the design, so you're just gonna get this. Because they had like different hats that just made them different. So yeah, that's the end of part 1. I don't think I'll ever do a part 2 because I am bad at remembering stuff. Bye. Okay. Like and subscribe.